Now, France has recognized a Palestinian state at the United Nations, joining Britain, Canada, and other Western allies who made the same historic move on Sunday.
Time has come. This is why, loyal to my country's historic commitment to the West Asia, for peace among Israeli people and Palestinian people, I declare that France recognizes today the state of Palestine.
At a summit where both Israel and its primary supporter, the United States, were absent, Macron urged for an end to the war in Gaza.
The time has come to free the 48 hostages held by Hamas. The time has come to stop the war, the bombings in Gaza, the massacres, and the fleeing populations. The time has come because the urgency is everywhere.
The French president, however, added that his country would not open an embassy to a Palestinian state until a ceasefire is in place in Gaza and all hostages released. The Palestinian Authority hailed France's decision as historic and courageous, with its delegation giving Macron a standing ovation.
Then Monaco, Belgium, Andorra, Malta, and Luxembourg also recognized a Palestinian state from the General Assembly podium, bringing the total number of recognitions to 3/4 of UN membership.
Now, Saudi Arabia's Foreign Minister, Prince Faisal bin Farhan, called for all countries to follow a slew of Western countries and recognize the Palestinian state.
We call on all other countries to take a similar historic step that will have a great impact on supporting the efforts towards implementation of the two-state solution and achieving permanent and comprehensive peace in the Middle East region.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has vowed not to allow a Palestinian state, and far-right members of his cabinet have threatened to annex the West Bank to make statehood impossible. Israel's ambassador to the UN, Danny Danon, said that Israel is committed to continuing the war until all hostages are returned and until Hamas is out of the game completely.
Before October 7th, there was a debate about that in Israel. After October 7th, it's off the table. Now we are focused on bringing the hostages. We are focused on eliminating Hamas. And when the day will come that there will be a genuine Palestinian leadership that will condemn terrorism.
And the White House said U.S. President Donald Trump believes the recognition of a Palestinian state is effectively rewarding militant group Hamas for its attack on Israel.
He believes it's a reward to Hamas. So he believes these decisions are just more talk and not enough action from some of our friends and allies. And I think you'll hear him talk about that tomorrow at the UN.
Meanwhile, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas said in a video message shown at the United Nations that the Palestinian Authority is the only body qualified to govern Gaza. He urged Hamas to surrender its weapons to his forces while condemning the group's deadly attack on Israel.
And Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, an outspoken critic of Israel's war in Gaza, called for a state of Palestine to be admitted to the United Nations. Spain, alongside Ireland and Norway, already recognized a Palestinian state in May.
Furthermore, Egyptian Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli said that his country would host a Gaza reconstruction conference as soon as a ceasefire is reached in the devastated territory.
And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Terani sent us this report from New York.
At the United Nations, a high-level summit co-hosted by France and Saudi Arabia ended with several nations, including European countries, formally recognizing a Palestinian state. The Secretary General called it a right, not a reward, urging leaders to recommit to a two-state solution based on 1967 borders with Jerusalem as the capital of both Israel and Palestine. But beyond the symbolism, the real test lies ahead. Israel, backed by the United States, dismissed the gathering as a publicity stunt and is weighing further West Bank annexation, signaling no appetite for a Palestinian state under its current government. So that leaves the international community facing a stark choice: whether these recognitions can translate into irreversible steps on the ground, or whether the conflict continues to deepen despite growing diplomatic momentum. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.